Alright, now I got all that. I got all that scored away. Let me make sure this is going through. Alright, that's like a big delay. Not sure why the delay is that big, but oh well. It's like an 11-second delay. That's way more than I usually have. That's interesting. All right. Anyway, sorry for the 5 of you guys still here. I wanted to be like, I wanted to hop this, or I wanted to throw this up really fast, and I completely just janked everything up by going to an old video using that as the template for this. But it was on my old computer and didn't have the right stream key and stuff, so that was lame. Let's see. Let me see what you said. ACS. People looking to cancel somebody. Yeah, I'm completely with you. That whole yeah. What's going on, Philip? What's going on, Kyle? I'm reading ACS's thing in chat. He's mainly talking about Gregson and everything, kind of just being crucified for something pretty small. That video that I shared that Austin made pretty much shares my opinion on that. I think Gregson got royally screwed in a lot of ways. I haven't done or I haven't finished the projections yet for the Cup Series, mainly just kind of getting to them at this point. Let me get this all squared away. Let me make sure I get the starting grid and everything. Though I guess we can go through. I'm just gonna kind of talk as I look through stuff. If you guys want to chat about anything, if you guys want to talk about anything, I am here to just chill probably for the next hour and a half or however long you guys want to be here, however long we want to talk. Let me just make sure this is correct. So I'm going to pull this from 80's sheet because I don't got the time to put this in myself and put the numbers in. Why would I do that when somebody else has already pulled everything? Why would I pull the CSV from the contest to get all the salaries? You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see. Pull bell. Also, how are you guys, how's your Saturday going? Anything wild, anything exciting, anything pretty crazy? And if you guys want to talk about Gregson, I guess we can. I don't really have a topic to really talk about. I mainly went live because I had some questions in Discord that I made a video for, but I really did that. Then I was just like, well, because I made an unlisted video because it's Patreon question, or it was a question asked from a member of the Patreon. But I was like, I could just go live and just talk to things like in person and everything. All right, so let's see what you guys are doing. What's going on? ACS found out some MMA fights. Yeah, let's. I haven't looked. So this will be virgin eyes on this. Let's see how bad I'm getting fucking destroyed here. Okay, that's not too bad. We're 168 in. Okay, so it's just one line carrying everything, and that line is done. Actually, right off the bat. So, I got a really good chance of none of these lines cashing, in my opinion. I think they ended up being pretty shitty. We got a lot of lone scores, and how many fights are left? We got like 4, right? We got 3 left, so we're down to the last 3. 2 losses. Suarez, I mean, my night's going to be made on if Suarez does anything. Lopez. I guess not. So I got this line that's live, but still 76, 83. There's a lot of low scoring guys in this slate. This is a really interesting slate. Like, it is not ended up at all what it normally is. I didn't even look at ownership in a long time. As I said, we're probably just gonna ramble here today. I kind of just want to chill. I'm back in a talking mood. As you can see, I'm I'm live and just want to chit chat and stuff. But let me go ahead and look at these scores real fast on this. When I looked earlier, this was like maybe about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, there was a lot of players that were just scoring weird, like Woodson, 10% halved him at 107. 9% had Boser at 92. What was the chart? I mean, Jackson at 22% ownership had 54. Harris had 50 at 30. Wells at 34 had 43. Like, this is just a weird slate, man. So I have no real interest in this. I doubt those will hold at all. I haven't talked about it a lot. If you were in the Discord, you knew about it. But it was a while back, as we could see. Xfinity was fucking horrific. CSGO, dude, Vitality lost to ends. I couldn't believe it. But we finished pretty decent in the $4. What is it? I made like $1,300 on Thursday. What is today? Saturday. Was this last night? Yeah, this was last night. That's how blurred my days are. So at least we're good there for the month of August. I got money down the hatch. We can absolutely just piss money away at Daytona. Not too worried about that. Probably tomorrow for Michigan once I get lineups and everything. Also, let me know if you can hear me. All right, this is the mic that I use for my Winstill stuff, but typically I have racing things. Sometimes it's hard to hear me. But tomorrow for Michigan. I'm thinking probably 10 to 12 lines. This is where I just pulled the practice data and stuff. These guys are fucking flying at the lines. Hey, man, look at that. It's like the same guys, you know? Byron, Bell, Truex, fast off the fucking sheet 7 at fast off the thing. Current form. I need to update that for the video tomorrow. Current form, who's there? Byron, Truex, Bell. Like, it's the same stuff, man. I don't know. At least for me personally, I just learned to not that I don't research stuff during the week, because I do, but it's not as, I don't sit down for like 5 hours on a Tuesday anymore. It's more like an hour and a half, you know, like Monday, 30 minutes on Tuesday, hour and a half on Wednesday if I got any questions or I want to look anything up. But really, I just follow current form, and hopefully we can get through without our guys falling through the field like we did yesterday. What else are we doing here? So anyway, Phil, hopefully you can sweat those lines as well for UFC. Hopefully you'll do it. You'll end up doing better than me and still have some guys in there you can to compete for some high scoring lines and stuff. What's going on, Marcus? Let me move this back. And as I said, this really isn't necessarily like a picks video. We'll do that tomorrow. I'll set up the live stream tomorrow and everything. I haven't done any of the projections yet. I'm going to assume my interest in Balicki and Yaley are pretty small at the moment, but I'm going to see. So what is this race? Pretty sure it's 200. Also, here, secondly, because I get not questions and stuff, but like, here, boys. Anyway, you ever want to pull data? Real fucking, I mean, this is the averages and stuff. F12, Control F, dot, JSON. Bam, here are all your files that you pull. You just pull it straight from fucking NASCAR's site. You pull lap times. I mainly focus on lap averages here. I don't like this lap times data point. I'm not a fan of how a lot of these look. You can go through this and look at the loop stats later and all that stuff, but I don't really do that. All I do is just the live loop data during practice, and then I just pull lap averages from here. That's all it is. It's nothing major. Practice, you just have to be there at the time. But so what are we looking at? Let me make sure. I hate this site now. Yeah, 200 laps. All right, cool. So I doubt I'm going to go ahead and put 200 in there so I know how many laps we're working with. And let's start going through and do this together. How many people we got here? We got 9 people. A majority of you guys are on the Patreon or guys that support me through the super chats on YouTube, which is much appreciated and stuff. I doubt many people are gonna watch this tomorrow. I don't know if they're gonna be finalized, but what do you guys? Do you just want me on the screen? Do you want me as I kind of do my projections on the screen? It's kind of been stated before that the Patreon is more so just to support me in the work that I do. You get the projections too, but like I still kind of already say how I play and stuff. So I'll give you guys a few minutes if you guys want to physically, or not physically, but actually like look at the projections as I do them. Just have me talk. Whatever you guys want to do there, let me know. Since it's a small crowd, it's 9:30 at 9 on a Saturday. So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to do there. But yeah, dude, I cannot believe it's total bullshit, man. Gregson got fucked. He got absolutely screwed by that. I was floored, man. It's so hard. Man, I like Ty Gibbs because he's in the 54. That's my favorite number. I know it's a dumb reason, but Ty Gibbs pisses off a lot of people. I think he's easy to root for. But Gregson's a cool guy, man. And he's out of Legacy. That's fine. Get him the fuck out of Legacy. After the horrendous start we had, that was probably the worst signing we could have had for Gregson. I'm hoping some Cup team picks him up. If not, hopefully he can go back to Junior Motorsports or something and expand. I don't think his NASCAR thing is done. I'm pretty sure this is just a Kurt Busch 2.0. Become the outlaw for a bit, and then come back with a fucking vengeance. But the poor bastard got railed, got thrown under the bus. Did you guys see that? Here, as we I don't know what's gonna pop up on Twitter. I should probably do this off because my Twitter is unfiltered, man. So I might get some anime titties on screen on complete accident. Not even trying to. Did you guys read this article? As I wait for your opinions on if you want to see the stuff. Did you guys see this article? First off, these are not this article. Where are we at? We'll just okay. So Daniel, I got no issue with Daniel being a reporter. That's what you should do. Okay, you should report things. Okay, even if like you're in the journalism business, I want to be a reporter for a long time when I was like in high school. And I constantly went up to my teachers or the teachers who were into writing and stuff, and I said, "Yeah, I want to work for TMZ. I don't want to work for CNN. I don't want to work for Fox. I want to work for TMZ. I want to get the stories. I want to get everything." However, these are coming from the same people who didn't report on Coy Gibbs dying. Like somebody literally died, and they withheld information as like a group. And I have issues with like narcs and snitches and tattletales. Like, mind your own fucking business. Don't fucking rat on people. And if you do, I lose respect. Like, if you rat on people, like, fuck you. Fuck rats. If you're gonna break a news story, then do it. Narc on the guy and move on. But this is what I had a real issue with. There's a lot of... Did you guys read this article? I mean, this is just... I feel like I'm reading a Tumblr post from 2009. Or like a Facebook post. First off, I don't know what we're talking about George Floyd so much for, okay? Not saying that wasn't tragic. Not saying that wasn't a bad thing. However, it's been 3 years, my guy. I don't know. Like, do you still get offended by like 9/11 jokes? Like, what about Vietnam jokes? Like, what's going on here? TLDR, police murder a guy. I don't know where you've been. That happens a lot. Anyway, so, and especially the things surrounding the George Floyd situation, you had the whole BLM thing that even to this day, like the BLM is like looked backed on with like a lot of negativity of all the shady shit that they did. Like, this is just a really, really weird thing to die on this hill for. Then you bring up this from like 2020. Like, this is old shit. We don't bring up old shit. Okay? And then we're like, yeah, the meme isn't funny. It's kind of lame. I view this and I was like, nothing I'd like. Nothing, I didn't get a chuckle. Not my thing. But have you guys seen the shit that's on Twitter? Do you see the shit that I like? Dude, I'm liking a bunch of anime memes and like furry fucking memes and bullshit memes like that. This is nothing bad. I couldn't believe it. But then like these guys narked it. It came from a reporter inside their own Slack chat instead of like I don't know if you guys have seen this either. People, Austin brought up this in his video, and if I'm just rambling, let me know. Like I said, I'm just kind of here to ramble and stuff. Um, but what is it? If like he was showing instances of NASCAR drivers on Instagram following like pretty right leaning stuff. Kozlowski on Twitter. I was laughing about this with a friend because I like Kozlowski as well. Kozlowski likes a lot of very right-winging stuff on Twitter. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but we were laughing because he's not very he's pretty left in the political where he leans politically, and he always kind of cringes because he's like, "Oh my God, Kozlowski's liking this again on on Twitter and stuff." So like this guy narked on Gregson, which is okay, but there's a lot of eyes in here. There's a lot of eyes. There's so many eyes, and Gregson had to say this. That really sucks. But like, what good? NASCAR has to take this action. Why is this becoming a race thing out of nowhere? I'm dumb, maybe dumb thing to say with a George Floyd meme, but I don't know, man. It's 2023 over a meme. We're killed. Gregson probably easily lost probably $45,000 on this. He got fired. He's basically gonna get fired. So he's getting fired from Legacy. NASCAR, the suits dislike him hugely. Um, this is really like you're gonna ruin a guy's career. How old is Noah Gregson? How old is this man? How old is Noah Gregson? Noah Gregson is 25. He's my age. Really? You're gonna ruin this man's career? You're gonna ruin this man's life for a meme that he may have liked anywhere between like fucking what was this, May or August? What is this? And he pressed the Daniel. I don't know what kind of soy beta cuck you are, Daniel, but like, dude, you gotta grow up. Get out of that. Get Oh man. So I was more annoyed at all these of like and some of these I proud to work alongside. Everybody's on their knees. Everybody's like, "Yeah, you did such a good job. You didn't." Yeah, well done, art. Okay, well done article. Just a bunch of eyes. All I did is sum up what happened to George Floyd, and then I found this, I did that, I decided to do this, and yada yada yada. I don't know. That's just me. Where it had he was sent a what is this? It's his job. Yeah, it is. This I don't have. I do not have an issue with Daniel doing this. Looking into it, I'm perfectly fine with that. But don't make it about yourself, Daniel. This is very much a clout. He's riding on the clout. He's retweeting all this clout shit of like people just patting him on the back. That's all he's doing. That's what my issue is this guy is just like, okay, what is this? Some people believe journalisms are PR for the yes, they are. They are public. Yes, they are. Daniel, you guys don't report on shit. I'd love to see you guys actually put this time and effort into find out who doesn't have fucking tires for Xfinity and Truck Series. I'd love for you guys to like put in this time and effort to find out or push or explain like why Steven in the 22 truck is just a slow idiot out there. I'd love for you to put this time and effort into like the guy running 23rd each week in each series, but you don't do that. You don't do that at all. Okay? Some believe George Floyd and his family doesn't deserve any sympathy. Where is this coming from? Are people are people actively happy that George Floyd died? I don't think anybody can actually like say that. Yeah, I'm happy George Floyd got killed. Like what? Nobody's saying that. Nobody wants to see people die. For some cruelty is the point. I don't. This man, dude, touch some grass, brother. What, Daniel? Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, you deserve all the backlash because you could report something and not even make it about yourself. But that's all he's done here. Anyway, so I've rambled enough here. Hey Harry, happy to have you back, dude. What's going on? So let's see. This happened the same day as Tricks. Returning Legacy is just taking an easier path to get him a check in the car. I guess so, man. I guess so. Um, Anywho, I guess I'm gonna show the projections as I do them. I don't know. I'd like just one comment, yes or no. That's really all I want before I start showing the stuff. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start working on my own, and I'll check the chat in a bit. I gotta get water too. I'm almost out, so that sucks. Also, hey, crucial catch. Intercept. Actually, this is back. Oh no, this is correct. On this one, intercept cancer. This cup sucks. I've been to several Cardinal games, and this is probably the lamest fucking cup they had. That was fucking like $18. This shit blows. I have some at my parents' place from like 2011 that had like holograms and or holographic effects that had like Larry Fitzgerald catching footballs and stuff. This is just fucking lame. And I got fucking 3 of these. But yeah, this is it's like a whole $18, man. Oh boy. Alright, so we got Bell, Chastain, Gibbs. You're starting 3 guys up top. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to show that. But I gotta get the PDF and everything uploaded too. I'll do that. I mean, clearly I'll be doing that as I'm doing this. Alright, so this is where I'm at. So Bell's starting first. You know, pretty good practice speed and stuff like that. Oh, shit. What are all the low? If all the low, let me see. Yeah, I forgot to remove all these. It's gonna be a while. Give me a second. Let me just see real fast where these are. So most of them are like actually stop time, so it shouldn't change the colors too much, but probably still do that. So let me just get through this real fast. I forgot to do this earlier. Usually I do it on the other sheet, but just forgot. So we'll just manually go and do this. I forgot what the command is in Google Sheets to remove values under a certain number, so I just like doing things the fucking hard way. Oops. You do that. Oops. My buddy at Atlanta, he's a big Noah Gragson fan, and we were at Atlanta, and we were walking back after the race, and he's so funny, man. I think he's one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life, but he was real because he yells and gets kind of angry and annoyed in like kind of a fun way, but he plays it on and stuff. Anyway, so we're walking back from the track, and he's like, we're passing the Jimmy Johnson like grandstand. So he was a Jimmy Johnson fan, and that's been horrific watching that ever since he retired from NASCAR because it's been a fucking disaster in IndyCar. And you know he's just dog shit in NASCAR now, and so he's like screaming at the top of his lungs, "Fuck Jimmy Johnson!" as we're passing the stand, or as we're passing the grandstand. And this is like well after everybody left. Like the rain's over, we've stayed underneath the seats when it was raining for like maybe 55 to hour and 5 minutes or something. So we were walking back, and I don't even know why I'm telling the story. This doesn't even. I don't know where that was going. Anyway, uh, today it was just funny because we were like, "Fuck, it is hard to be a Gregson fan, man." Because he had his Gregson shirt on, and I had my Phoenix shirt on at the track. But I was like, "Man, it'd be cool if Gregson could do something." Then he got involved in the wreck, and it was just a fucking mess. What is this? What's the story behind this one? Hamlin. Slow lap. Might just be slowing in there. 174. Take these last. I'm going to take these out. They're not in the averages. I have the averages over 175, so those wouldn't be in there anyway, but I want the colors to be better. Alright, cool, that's fine. Alright, so anyway, Bell's first, second average, second best rank, second 5 lap, 410 laps. So, I mean, Bell should be fucking top 10, man. Or top 10, top 5. So, we'll do that. We got, let's see what else here. Traveling and haven't seen practice or Q. Last year, Bubba and Hamlin were fastest single lap, 5 lap, don't remember which, and those are optimal. Anyone stand out in both those averages this year? In practices or um, in race? What specifically do you want me to look at there? Trackhouse was slow last year and practice was fast in the race. There are a couple guys who are really standing out. I'm probably going to be heavy on them. Yeah. As I said, I haven't gone through stuff. Let's see. Was there what's the race night? No, JBL, that is tomorrow. So after you get the JSON file, how do you actually pull the data? I use Excel to do my sheets. I have a scraper. I actually have several scrapers that pull from NASCAR's data feed as practice is on there, and I'm getting off of ACS's question so we can elaborate further on what he wants me to look at. But I pull stuff whenever it's running live because that's the only way to get these lap times or these lap speeds and stuff. And you can get the lap times, but you have to pull it. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Or not. I thought I was gonna sneeze, but it was a yawn. Um, what do you So after you get the JSON page, how do you actually pull the data? I use Excel to do my sheet. Well, you need uh that I'm not gonna give away because I'm already giving away a lot. But there's different websites out there that you can feed that data to, and it'll organize it in a way. You could also just upload it directly into your Excel file. It might be pretty jumbled and stuff. That's really where the time-consuming stuff comes from. It's going in, being able to set up a sheet for you to just import that data and for it to like make sense and stuff. Like for me, like with this, this is what it looks like. Is this gonna open? I doubt it is. I'm gonna fuck a lot of shit up here. So, like when you're in the scraper, this is what it's gonna pull as. And you just need to be able to have a program that'll like. So this is all practice from today, from the Cup Series stuff, and I have it pulling like every, what is this fucking, every 6 seconds or 4 seconds, somewhere around there. And this just, every time it pulls, it updates based on where they're at. This is how you might, some people like miss laps and stuff because it just might miss on the pool and stuff. Anyway, you condense this into one CSV file and then you can upload it into Excel, and then you can make a thing to sort it and get it to where it's readable and stuff. And then after that, I pull it into a separate sheet and have it pull my best lap average. You can do more, you can do less. Like you can do the best 5 laps, the best 3 laps, whatever the case may be. It's more so getting the data isn't hard. It's making the data readable, which is the fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, it's, if you don't already have the stuff, it's pretty bad. Like all this stuff I still have from Pierce, so like there'd be no way I could do this on my own. But like even highline betting and other people, like they pull that stuff too. But even then, like I don't necessarily like how some of the people pull stuff. Some people put too much into it. I think AD does a good job at pulling stuff. If you're not already following him on Twitter, he's normally in my chats anyway, abnormally distributed. He has a Google Sheet that's just free that you can join. Actually, I have it saved here as like a backup for mine, but this is always he always pulls this stuff. This is what his looks like. This is like every lap and stuff like this too. So anytime I have an issue with my thing, I usually look at his stuff because he pulls it as well. Which I don't have issues a lot, but typically like if I ever like he pulls lap time, I like looking at lap speed, or I like looking at speed to line, so on and so forth. What else? But yeah, it's a pain. Like if I didn't already have the stuff, I wouldn't be able to do it. What else? Oh yes. So now we're on Chastain. Which let me look at Chastain. So what group are these guys in? So these are all B groups. Okay, that's fine. So Chastain compared to Bell. It's both even and like a bit of a fall off. There's a big, it's certainly a difference here, which that's another thing, man. The more I think about it, the more I not dislike, but the racing that Michigan provides is really annoying. Because if you have the top side, you're not going to lose the position. The guy on the inside has to like slide job you, and you can just give him the crossover to get by him. Like, so like when you look at the, excuse me, when you look at the race tomorrow, very similar to today, the pole search is going to choose the outside lane, and the guy starting second on the inside is just screwed, you know. So it both matters, and I guess it doesn't matter what Chastain's time is. Anyway, I'm taking too long on Chastain. Got ninth average, 8.65, 13th, 8th. Probably for this. And typically what I do is I go through my projections and do finishing order first. Then I go through and do fast laps and laps led. Looking at historical stuff this year, kind of where they're at in just speed, current form, and in practice. And then I go and do pit lane selection, and I use that to adjust fast laps. Some people might agree with, they might not agree with, but typically I use fast just because they're a pretty minute point. But a good pit stall is really, in my opinion, worth about half position. I really do think that. You know, and the fast lap is a much more better representation for that with the 0.45 DK points versus like a 0.5 or even the 0.25 from laps led. So typically, if somebody has a good pit stall, I usually give them about 7 fast laps. I usually give a good pit stall is equivalent to 7 fast laps, which is, what is that? That's like 3, you know, no, that'd be, that's why I don't do stuff like, that's like 6 to 8 fast laps, which is equivalent to like 3 positions or whatever. That's usually how that's usually what I do to calculate pit stall selection or whatever. It's not that big of a deal, or it's not that big of a thing, but in a projection setting like that, you know, that 3.25 or whatever it is in terms of fast lap points is usually pretty important in terms of projections. Almost out of agua. Alright, so we'll give Rossi 6 right now. I like Ty Gibbs a lot entering this week, looking at current form. Kind of already said that. I'll probably be playing French top 10 car. Pocono, good to see just raw speed at Pocono. We've seen an increase there. We look at the practice laps. Ran long, okay? Had a really good best average, best lap. I'm thinking that average is down based on how many laps he ran, but let's see. So he runs a shitload of laps. Okay, so when I view this as a good indication of just in general kind of where he's at in terms of averages, but we need to realize that he ran a lot of longer laps, so the slower lap times might be dragging him down a little bit, so that's when we can look at the 5, 10 lap and 15 lap runs, and this should give us a really good example of where we're at in terms of this. And so Gibbs is fourth, third, and third. That is going to be a top 5 contender all day. So for me, he's starting third. I would just leave him at third. I don't really see a reason why to give him more than third. Like, I don't want to project him for the win. I just don't see a reason to do that. I don't want to project him for like 7th and 6th because I think he has the car to stay in the top 5 all day. That's where, like, that just leaves Ty Gibbs right off the bat with 41 points. That's 5x value. You haven't even given him fast laps or laps led yet. Give him a little bit of, give him some of those, and you'll see him probably bump from, what is that, 41? He'll probably end up at like 46 to 48 points tomorrow in my projections or something like that. But that's how I would do that. Let's see the thing. Oh, you retracted the message. I wasn't able to look. It's been my pay grade, but it seems like cars should be working together to draft together at this track more, especially given how hard it is to pass the sidebar and application that might be doing. I don't think that's dumb, but we don't. Well, let's head on over to the YouTube. Let's God, man, dude, I'm getting more and more degenerate shit, and like I'm tanking my YouTube algorithm real fast. Just look at my recommended, fucking shorts. I'm tanking my algorithm, dude. It's like I'm surprised it's not showing me fucking Motorhead shit. It's pretty nuts. It's usually DFS, usually some sexual natured stuff, and then it's like memes, or it's Motorhead, or it's Kiss, or it's like rock related. Like, that's YouTube has me in a stranglehold now. But when we look at Michigan last year, let me mute this. I'm not saying it's going to be a 1-to-1 ratio and stuff. I'm not looking for anything specific here. I'm pretty sure they wreck or do some dumb shit, or yeah, they do wreck. So let's just get out of a restart. Let's go here, and I think these restarts are pretty good examples of what I think we're gonna end up seeing. Outside lane, just run the outside, very similar to the Xfinity today, and this is even with fucking LaJoy behind this 45 car. Haven't seen this, don't remember. Reddick might just get in behind Chastain here, but in terms of like pushing or working together and stuff, I can't say that we're probably going to see that. Like, you could say that they're working together here, but the outside line is just in line because they're not passing people or whatever. They're not trying to get stupid. Like, when you come out, actually, do I have this? I don't. Do I have an onboard? Let's back it up, and I'll give a. Oh, dude, is there an onboard? Is there an onboard here? That'd be a way better. Okay, all right. We'll use Elliott's. Of course, we're not going to be like onboard probably. We're not going to have any like useful sites here. So let's check out this restart. So I think this will give you a better example. So like Elliott's on the outside. I don't know what position he is. Doesn't matter. For this example, doesn't. We don't really give a shit. When you get midway through the corner, yeah, they're like 4 wide and stuff. But when you exit 2, the exit gets super tight. Everybody on the outside lane, whether you're by the wall, whether you're like in the third lane, whether you're whatever here, you're all gonna like, because the wall will be here. Everybody just kind of squeezes in line on this top side, out of 2, you know, and it doesn't make sense for you to go on the inside of a guy because you're messing up your entry into 3. Okay, it doesn't make sense for you to have a run and then want to like bob to the inside to carry momentum when you just enter turn 3 on the like left corner panel of whoever you're chasing, and then they have the momentum on the outside to beat you down the front straightaway. Like if you enter turn 3 on the bottom, you have to clear the guy in 4 and then block him down the straightaway. Otherwise, he's just going to pass you down the front straightaway and most likely pass you entering 1 or 2, or he'll just get right behind you and just mess up your entry, and you guys will both enter on the top side and 1, and he'll just go under you and still pass you in 2. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense or whatever. But the reason I'm pausing this here is watch how wide. I wish this was roof cam and not bumper cam. But watch how wide everybody's spread out, and then everybody squeezes together out of this corner. Everybody squeezes together out of 2. So he has Chastain on his outside right now, or whoever it is, Briscoe on his outside. Everybody's squeezed. The outside line just condenses on this inside lane. Everybody on the inside is fucked. You know, you got Dylan just getting absolutely cucked down here on the inside because everybody's flying by him with the momentum that they carried on the outside of turn 1 and 2. You have, I guess this is BK, stuck in the inside of Briscoe because he can't get up to the inside. We have whoever was in front of Briscoe jumping on the outside to be able to be in that lane because that's the preferred lane entering 3. And you're going to see that, like, you know, Dylan's dropping like a sack of potatoes. I don't know who this guy is. Inside car way up here, not the guy in front of Brad, but this blur up here. But this guy's stuck in the inside. He's got cars in his outside. This guy is most likely going to lose positions in turn 3 and 4. Kozlowski has a choice to make of where he needs to get in behind Briscoe. Now, this is just me going off of, I haven't seen this, I don't remember what's going on here, whatever. I'm just saying what Kozlowski is doing because he has even speed with Briscoe. He needs Briscoe to either pass him and slide up to the outside, or he's going to brake a little bit more heavy to try and get him behind Briscoe because his worst case scenario is he's stuck right where he is right here exiting turn 4 because that means Briscoe and Elliott's going to be able to get by Kozlowski here in 3. So Kozlowski throws it by. He knows he needs to gain position. At this point, yes, Kozlowski has made the most amount of like not even positions gained, distance gained on Chase Elliott. We can visibly see how far he went. We can see that Austin Dillon has made it even with where Elliott is right now. However, at this point, Kozlowski's going faster than Elliott. Kozlowski's going faster in the inside lane. Once they get to around here, and you're going to be able to see it, once they get to here, speed is around equalized. So everybody's kind of around the same speed. If you're on the bottom where these guys are at, as I said, this is the blur, whoever was there on the back straightaway. These guys are pretty much at the same speed here. Now that we're on board with Elliott, Briscoe, everybody else in the outside lane, they're going to be able to carry more momentum. And so I'm going to hypothesize that we're going to be able to pretty much see Brad Kozlowski closer to where he was when he entered turn 3 by the time we get to turn 1, if not by this grandstand, than where he's at here. So let's just see if we're right. This is me trying to answer your question, ACS. So Briscoe, fucks the outside lane, but just look at this run that that Elliott gets by running that top side. Now this is a situation where Kozlowski was able to come up and stuff, but that's huge. We went from, people don't talk about this now. This is probably 8, 9, 10 car lengths entering 3 because Kozlowski throws it on the bottom. Elliott's able to catch all that back up and then some. By the time, if Briscoe's not there, Elliott can jump to the outside line, get in right behind Alex Bowman, and block Kozlowski from coming up the track. So, to answer your question, ACS, this isn't necessarily about drafting together to work together. It's just, you just do that to survive and hold your position. That's why the outside lane is just overpowered as fuck at this track. And so I'll show next 2 laps or whatever. So this time, Elliott's going to try the same thing that Kozlowski just tried. And Keselowski's probably going to pass him down this back straightaway unless he can come up and block him. But it doesn't seem like Elliott's going to be able to fit in line there. So here comes Keselowski with the outside. And I don't know why Keselowski did that. Keselowski's just trying to gain positions. I don't know what he's doing. Well, he's avoiding the checkup here. But this outside lane is just so OP. Like, if you're on the bottom exiting these corners, you're just fucking toast. You know, Briscoe doesn't have time to get up to the top, so he just flies by him. So anyway, what does this do for the leader? Like, same instance for the leader. It's just easier because you don't have to dive bomb it to the bottom to try and gain position. You just stay on the outside. Nobody can pass you or whatever. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. It might not. And I'm officially out of water, so that blows. We're barely just on Briscoe. Alright, Briscoe didn't run consecutive laps. That's unfortunate. He did not. Could be unhappy with the car. Averages are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Him and Keselowski like 9 to 12 best car and best lap time. Busher is there. Alright, so at this point, not really seeing anything to go off of Busher, so let's look at current form. So right now, ranked by average laps, he's 15th. Current form, Busher is right around, 9th to 14th. So based on any qualified fucking fourth. But based on practice time, based on queue time, I would bump him up from his average of 15th right now, average lap time ranked against everybody. I'd probably bump him up from 15th to current form. Pocono. Last week, fortunately, you want to see a bit of a bump up. But Nashville, Coca-Cola, Dover, I think you can bump him up to having that early track position. And I haven't looked at pit. I will also go through and reevaluate finishing positions after I do pit lane as well. I like to go through everything on its own accord and not like look at practice, then pit data, and all that. I don't like doing all that at a time. I like mainly focus on one thing at a time and then back checking it with things as I go through making projections. Anyway, so like Busher, I'm probably going to project him from like 7th to 12th, 7th to 11th. We'll give him like 9th in this race. So that's -5 place differential points at 30 points alone on there, which I like doing projections that way. I don't necessarily like running models, and I don't like necessarily running like a lot of projection stuff and being like, his average finishing position is 7.27 or whatever. 9th. I think Busher's gonna finish around 9th. That should give you a good indicator or whatever, Truex, we kind of already know. I like his current form. Practice laps, he's right there. He's 3rd fastest practice. 1st, 4th, 6th. He's going to be a top 5 contender all day. Probably just give him 2. I'll give him like 3rd. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Okay, cool. Glad that makes sense for you. Let's see what else. Who do we got next, though? Who else is talking? SHR. Yeah, SHR is certainly on the struggle bus, man. It's pretty nuts. Okay, so Logano's an interesting character. Let's get Logano out here. So we got Joseph being a fringe top 10 contender. Pocono, fringe top 10. I don't know what I have. Let's go back and look at practice data for Logano. So I want Pocono, Nashville. I'm going to look at Pocono and Nashville real fast. Let me just do that. So, Cup. Let's look at Cup at Pocono, Cup at Nashville. Practice laps. See if we find anything out of the ordinary here. Lugano, 18th. Nashville, 16th. Okay, what does he do this weekend? 17th. So Lugano at Nashville and Pocono, the pretty much exact same position in practice laps. Okay. Qualifying at Nashville, he qualified 4th. Pocono, he qualified 6th. Okay. So we have pretty identical situations the last 2 races we look at here. Now the pool might be small, but that's mainly what I wanted to answer just really fast and show you what I usually do. So Lugano, pretty identical to the last couple races. Let's look at his DraftKings scoring and stuff from where he starts, where he finishes. So we have I don't know what these races are. Ally 400 is Nashville, and the High Point 400 was Pocono. So he started 6th, crashed out at Pocono. Okay, whatever. Nashville starts 4th, finishes 19th. 1 fast lap. 9 points. Coke 600 starts 17th, finishes 24th. Dover, or Darlington starts 15th, finishes 18th. Dover 26th, 31st. Kansas starts 6th, finishes 6th. 3 fast laps, 8 laps led. So looking back at everything that Lugano's done at these races as of late, looking through previous races, looking through this practice data, looking through stuff, this is a situation where I will get the laps led and fast laps done because I just saw everything. I'd project Lugano for 4 laps led and probably 7 fast laps tomorrow. Probably give him a finishing position of 10th, 11th. We'll give him 10th. That's right around 30. That's 34.15 points. And there you go. That's how I do projections. Might be a little too simple for some people. Might not be. I've found success doing it this way. I don't really foresee doing a lot of other stuff. All right, let's keep on going through. So we got William Byron. Don't know what else to say. William Byron should be fast. I'm gonna have William Byron as a top 3 contender in this race. Kyle Busch, interesting. Very interesting. Kind of interested in Kyle Busch here. That's good to see. Alright, well that's kinda easy. Alright, Blaney, let's see what we got here. Alright. And if you guys have any more questions or anything, I'll be happy to answer stuff and talk about it. But past that, I think I'm kind of done talking. I think I kind of got all that out of my system of what I wanted to bring up and say and everything. I'm also starting to get a little sleepy. It's 10:15. That's too early to be sleepy. But I think I am starting to get a little sleepy, so I need to get this stuff done before I completely fall asleep. And are these fucking fights over yet? We got one fight left. I have... Dude, we ain't winning shit, man. Here, quick update on the UFC, man. We're at 130. But at 168, I'm probably gonna lose a few. Down, I'm gonna make that back. Down, I'm gonna make money here. This is the underdog favorite. So one of these will probably cash, one of them won't. Probably won't cash. So actually, I need to be nice if the underdog would win the main event. That'd probably help me out a lot. So there's my update on UFC tonight. What else? Favorite 2 combo at 13.9. I have no idea what you were talking about. No clue, Jody. I have no idea what the heck you're referring to. No clue, my guy. If we could be more specific, instead of throwing random numbers out there, that would be pretty nice. That'd be pretty good. Till then, I don't think I can really answer anything for you. See, that's unfortunate. That's really concerning. But the averages speak, man. Well, no, we didn't do that many averages. Only did 13 laps. That's a bit. I'd be worried about that. Keselowski's speed, man. That's like 10th place speed. I think he falls in like right here. Gotta give him like 35 points, yeah. Oh, dude, that's unfortunate too. That's not what you want to see from Hamlin. Oh man, that's not good at all. It's 23 laps. Ugh. Combination 2 to add up to 13.9. Oh, sorry, I have 13.9 remaining with 2 drivers left. Well, I'm not even done with projections, my guy. I'm not. This isn't necessarily a pick show. Good lord, I've been live for an hour. I've kind of just been here chilling and talking with people in the Discord and people in here and stuff. I'm doing the projections right now as we speak, but I can probably better answer that question tomorrow because I haven't ran anything, so I just can't answer that question for you right now. I can't. I just cannot answer that question at the moment. I haven't even made my lines yet. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably spend the next hour and a half finishing this and building lines and uploading that stuff and then getting ready for the show tomorrow at 9. Let's see, am I forgetting anything else? I think that's about it. Do I want to play FanDuel this week? What do they got real fast? $7 entry. $3 entries. That's $10. $100 for 10 lines. That's not too bad. I might play on FanDuel tomorrow too. I'll think about that. Yeah, no problem, Jody. I'll see you tomorrow. What do you think about Larson? His practice times aren't great. Is it going off his historical play? Well, let's look at Larson real fast. We'll talk through. I have no idea where he's at. So I was gonna do Daniel Suarez. I'm on. So Larson is starting 17. So let's go through and look at Larson at 17. All right. This would indicate that Larson will probably have a car that can at least run 9th to 5th tomorrow. So top 10 car. Okay. Let's see what we get from his practice laps. 13 laps is concerning. That's him running these 5, not liking the car, going to needing to change something. This is a slow lap. Ran out of time. Oh, excuse me, lazy runs. That's that ace. So this run here puts him 8th on the board in 5 lap. No, my bad. This is best. This is 5 laps. 14th on the board. I want to see real fast. I forgot. Has he won at this track? Let me look. Let's look at all avenues here. Yes, he has. He's won here twice. 2016, the low downforce. 2017, low downforce. Okay. Current form would indicate here 14th, 18th. So based on this, he's based on where he's at practice time and qualifying time would indicate that he is probably going to have 11th to 15th car. What I do is I can see that, like I can realistically see 11th to 15th for sure for Larson. Look at that current form, look at everything leading into this track. I think he should be able to lean on this type of speed that he has shown. And I would move him from 11th to 15th to probably 5th to 11th, which I know that's 6 positions. That might be kind of wide. So I would go ahead and project Larson for 8th in this. So that would be 46 points. That's a 4.2 value with no fast laps and laps led. I'll project all that stuff later, but baseline it would be 46 points for Larson with no fast laps and laps led for me at the moment. That's where I'm at. Thanks. Last couple weeks, others have been seeing things that I am not. Like how so? What? Me or like other people or like what? What's the case there, Andrew? Also, I think I am gonna probably end this within the next 5-ish minutes or so because I do need to get this party rolling. Need to get this kick this on down the street so I can go to bed, get the projections uploaded, then go to bed. Are you ready for the show tomorrow? Oh. What else? Let's see. What else? Trying to think. I just can't. I can't think of anything else to talk about. Why does Lopez still not have like a full score updated on fucking DraftKings, dude? He just has one round win. He doesn't have anything else. No win by submission or anything. Like, oh, it's a win by submission, but he doesn't have anything. It's just a solid 90 points. Like, what's going on there? All right. Well, it is 10:26. I think I'm going to head off. Andrew, if you end up asking that question tomorrow, I'll just or I'll answer whatever you were gonna say here tomorrow if you ask me tomorrow and things like that. Yeah, thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight to just kind of chill and listen to me talk and ramble and spend time with me and yada yada yada. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you guys in the morning. So yeah, thanks for chilling out with me. I appreciate it.